From the KATC Weather Lab, here's Bradley's forecast.
Welcome back. Well, although we could see maybe a few isolated storms tomorrow afternoon, the heat is going to be the dominating story here over the next 7 to 10 days, as overall rain chances will be a little bit lower, and we're going to be talking highs eventually into the upper 90s, kicking awfully close to 100 degrees by the end of the week and heading into the weekend. And keep in mind, that's just the actual air temperature. Heat index values eventually will be pushing the 105 to 110 range again toward the end of that 10-day period. So we'll take a look at the extended forecast in just a second. But first, let's get a check of the satellite and radar composite. And again, out there today, it was pretty hot. Got up to 93 in Lafayette, and we didn't see a whole lot of showers and storms across the region. Pretty quiet day here locally in Acadiana. But notice the active showers and storms across Texas into Mississippi late this evening. And we are going to see a little bit of a disturbance in the upper levels try to push southeastward tomorrow, which could help to generate a few storms, although the bulk of that activity is going to be a little bit further off to our north and east. I'll show you that in just a second. Power Doppler 3, relatively quiet. We were tracking a couple of light sprinkles up in St. Landry Parish over the past 30 minutes to an hour, but those have since fizzled out. So we should stay relatively quiet overnight tonight through tomorrow morning. And again, although rain chances over the next 7 to 10 days will be lower than normal, we will still have the possibility to see a few storms come tomorrow afternoon. Again, as that disturbance is going to be tracking southeastward. Main action is going to be across the Arklamis, southern Mississippi, and southern Alabama. And some of these storms tomorrow could be on the strong to perhaps severe side, capable of producing damaging winds and some hail. And some of the activity could try to sneak into portions of Acadiana late tomorrow afternoon. So still the possibility of 1 or 2 isolated stronger storms here locally, although the risk, again, a little bit lower compared to areas off to our north and east. So here's how it plays out with the graph model. Mild overnight tonight, mid to upper 70s, and we'll be right back up into the mid 90s tomorrow afternoon. I think we'll get up to around 95 or so with a few late afternoon showers and storms. But again, a lot of the main activity is going to be further off to our east, across southeastern Louisiana, and then once you get into southern Mississippi. But again, with that heat building throughout the day, any one storm that gets going tomorrow afternoon, although isolated in nature, it could be on the stronger side, so we'll be on the lookout for that. Otherwise, we're quiet after sunset. Mid to upper 70s is where we'll start Tuesday, and then here we go. A little bit of a drier weather pattern will start to favor a mostly sunny sky into Tuesday afternoon. High temperatures mid 90s, heat index near 100, and this ridge of high pressure is what's going to be dominating the forecast for the most part over the next 7 to 10 days. Won't be too terribly strong initially, at least here in Acadiana through the middle parts of the week, but by the end of the week and heading into the weekend, it's going to start to expand a little bit and kind of amplify, and that's what's going to drive our temperatures well into the upper 90s, close to 100 in spots. So we're going to have to keep that in mind. Heat index value not included. Those will kind of be running in that 105 to 110 range again for the end of the week and heading into the weekend. Meanwhile, in the short term, mid to upper 70s, that's where we'll start tomorrow, and we're right back up into the mid 90s tomorrow afternoon under a partly cloudy sky. So 75 is your projected low tonight. Pretty quiet night ahead. Fair skies out there, no major issues. And for the day tomorrow, another hot 195 or so into the afternoon. Mixture of sunshine and clouds will wash the radar. Some of that action off to the north tries to sneak into at least portions of Acadiana. We're going to hold rain chances at 20 to 30%. Not everyone gets wet, but any storm that does develop, again, could be on the stronger side. And then here we go. Your rain chances pretty much down to 10% or less for the better part of that 10-day forecast. And look at these high temperatures toward the end of the week into the weekend. Upper 90s. Again, some spots could get awfully close to 100 with that air temperature. Heat index value pushing 105 to 110, especially toward the end of that 10-day forecast. Seasonably warm, muggy nights ahead with those low temperatures settling into the mid and upper 70s, Taylor.
Bradley, I challenge anybody who's actually happy about this forecast to message me on Facebook and tell me why, because I don't think there's any good reason to be. I'm just
well, yeah, I'm not too happy about it either, only because it's kind of early for this. You know, sometimes we'll get this on occasion, maybe in August, not so much for June.
Not thrilled, and I'm always the glass half full gal, but not this time. Thank you, Bradley.